meet you. So you felt like if you tried to leave, he would harm you.
Right.
And your belief in that is based on the fact that he told you.
Hello?
Told you he had some guns and he's a sharpshooter.
Not only that, but the way
also,
he was acting.
Well, all I know about his activities is what you've told us, and that's really all we'll ever know, Miss Brown.
Right.
Since you killed him, the only thing we know is that he took you to Sonic. He bought you food. He took you home. You used his bathroom. You felt comfortable doing that. You ate with him. You felt comfortable doing that. You sat on the couch and watched TV with him. You felt comfortable doing that. You got in the bed and at least one time went to sleep while he was there. You felt comfortable doing that.
I never went to sleep.
What happened next?
At first he was just stroking me, but then it's like he just grabbed me like in between my legs, like he just grabbed it real hard and he just gave me this look. It was like a very fierce look. And it just sent these chills up my spine. I'm thinking he's gonna hit me or do something like that, but then he rolls over and reaches, like he's reaching to the side of the bed or something, so I'm thinking, no, he's not finna hit me, he's finna get a gun.
And what did you do at that time?
I just grabbed the gun and I shot him.
How did you become involved with the case of Cyntoia Brown?
You contacted me and you asked me if I could do a pre-trial forensic psychiatric evaluation. Usually we do both a psychiatric part, which is a psychiatric interview, and we also have psychological testing done. Let's start with adopted family.
Yeah, Mom and Lynette Brown.
Soon after learning the name of the contractor who had offered the job to Piest, Lieutenant Kozensak knocked at the man's door. When Gacy answered, the lieutenant told him about the missing boy and asked Gacy to go with them to the police station for questioning. Gacy said he was unable to leave his home at the moment because there was a recent death in the family and he had to attend to some phone calls. Gacy showed up at the police station hours later and gave a statement to police. Gacy said he knew nothing about the boy's disappearance and left the station after further questioning. Lieutenant Kozensak decided to run a background check on Gacy the next day and was surprised to find that Gacy had served time for committing sodomy on a teenager years earlier.
Relationship.
The princess made a fatal mistake. She fell in love with her prince. From the very beginning, she totally adored him.
They lived separate lives. Diana took comfort from other men, including a bodyguard, just 5 years after her dream wedding. She had a long affair with a cavalry officer, the only adulterous relationship she ever admitted in public. There was an intense closeness with an old friend. A private phone call was secretly taped and became known as Squidgygate. She was linked to a famous
No, ma'am, no.
Why, what is it, my boy?
There's charity. All my life I've had to get charity. I'm just getting tired of getting charity. I've never had a place of my own. Nothing. It's always been charity just for a few minutes.
Oh, you'll love the house, Nicky. It is a beautiful house. It's by the ocean, and there are boats. You like boats? And we have grass and a dog.
I've trusted with a dog, let alone a delicate, sensitive child like me. Until one day, there she was. Lovely, lonely, and loaded.
And you, Nick, back in line.
Dahmer's perspective and onto the perspective of those impacted by him. In fact, this change in focus comes in the form of an emotional punch to the gut with episode 6, Silenced. This is easily my favorite episode of the entire series, and it seems I'm not alone in feeling that way.
Crush the ankles and the brakes to snap off teeth. But the most popular instrument of torture was always the rack. Bonner's evil knew no bounds. He personally supervised every detail of every...
Please, I'll explain.
well with others? That's a fucking joke. Hello?
Hello?
What is this bullshit? Who's this prick? Some loser gets his head blown off in the Metropolitan.
Yeah, my dad, Thomas.
What's her name? Ellenette?
Ellenette.
Okay. What kind of work does she do?
She's a teacher.
And then father is Thomas? What does he do? Is he a truck driver?
Truck driver. Yeah, you already know.
And I know that
Fikir räcker med killsvärta dig. En min filja är att matir hatte hauret om er. Triat äcken bitterfel.
¿Qué diste?
Diz que são chefes ouvidou na metra. Mi mes com li se cheval de tres.
you have two
Joffrey's actor may never act again. Perhaps the most despised face on television.
sisters in this family.
No, I have a sister.
Tell me about your biological family. What do you know about? Who are they?
I just know Gina.
Gina? Is this your biological mother?
Yeah.
Hej, jeg hedder Clara, og jeg er datter af Mette Lygaard. Mit yndlingsprodukt er olien, og den bruger jeg ofte.
And they were doing it for Satan. Their aim was to harm, to murder, and to destroy. And if witches were the problem, the Malleus was the answer.
It was a hugely influential book. And one of the reasons it was so influential is printed at the...
I want to be careful here and stress that the intra-African form of slavery is not some enlightened, peaceful kind with happy slaves and kind masters. It also involves ripping people from their homes, breaking up families, physical violence and unpaid labour.